everyone, this is me Sanjeevani and you're listening to Travel Talks with Ghost Stops, where we will document India's unique travel stories. If you're someone who loves traveling or is in adventure tourism or are curious about sustainable traveling, wildlife photography or wants to travel solo but haven't got any opportunity yet, then this podcast is specially for you. In each episode, we will invite travelers to share their journey and some skills which they have developed with their epic experiences and travel tales. Each of our episodes will be out every Wednesday. So stay tuned on Spotify, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Hey everyone, welcome back to yet another episode of Travel Talks with Ghost Stops. My name is Sanjeevani, and today we have co-founder of a traveling and a trekking company from South India, Mr. Jatin Munbar. He's also called Bahubali of South India because he has changed the lens of traveling and trekking over there. His company's name is Plan the Unplanned, and I am very curious to know why this name. So let's have a conversation with him and let's start the podcast.
Thank you for the introduction. It was very kind of you to tell me Bahubali of South India. Well, to be honest, it was one of my co-founder's idea. It pretty much seemed unique. Like most of our plans are always unplanned. Either till the last moment, all our groups are very unsure of where we are heading out to, or are we really heading out or not. So it was necessary that we as a company rather come up with something interesting and make this happen. So we rather just decided on let's go by this name, and many will actually vibe with it and travel more.
That's very interesting. And how did you motivate yourself to start a startup like this?
Just before I started my company, Plan the Unplanned, I was also being a track leader with one of the organizations in Bangalore.
Okay.
So then I realized that weekend travel in Bangalore is something people frustrated with their own jobs in IT sector are doing it often. Everybody likes this kind of trekking. Back then when we started, trekking was not so predominant. Now, though, we know that this is how it goes in Bangalore. We started off in Mumbai. But then we know that the major strength or the kind of crowd that I could get in Bangalore, I couldn't get in Mumbai. So then we continued with Plan the Unplanned.
Yeah, what are your marketing skills? How do you convince these IT professionals to come and join the trekking?
Basically, we had a very good website that played a quick turnaround. On our first trek itself, we had 17 customers. That was something which gave us confidence that we can do it just with the website. Then as we started growing up step by step, we realized that the presence is more on social media. So we started off with Instagram as our main platform. And then the good thing about Plan the Unplanned is that we have a lot of word of mouth recommendations. So often we have many customers repeating. They do the work for us. The marketing is all by people.
So if I talk currently, what is your main motto of the company?
It's basically to ease out everybody's planning part. And in terms of adding on experiences, we add a lot of personal touch. To put it in my terms, I rather look for smiles after the whole trip. So this is the main motto. So make people travel. Let them create memories.
So as you own a trekking company, you might have a lot of trek leaders. So how do you hire them?
Here, back down in South, we don't really ask for certifications, but then we go by the trek experiences that they have. If they have done treks in Western Ghats like Kudremukha, Kumara Parvata, all these tough treks, and the fitness wise is the criteria. But then apart from these, we also see that a person is not just fit, but also is an outgoing personality, more of extrovert nature, wherein he can be fun and responsible at the same time. And equally, we have many female outdoor leaders with us as well. Even women out here are given ample opportunities to trek lead. It's not just one particular gender category or so.
That's beautiful. So I think so a lot of listeners who are listening to us, they might not be aware that there are a lot of trekking paths and trails in South India as well. Half of the people think that trekking करनी है तो चलो हिमाचल चलते हैं या उत्तराखंड चलते हैं. Can you show some light on कि कितनी सारी trails Bangalore के around भी हैं?
India is a land of several terrains. Himalayas being the prominent, where then gets hidden is the Western Ghats, the Sahyadri ranges, and so on. I would like to highlight that it's a different beauty altogether, where here the trails are lush green during the monsoons and plus dense forests. On certain treks, you will also sight great animals, amphibians, and reptiles altogether. So it's a mix of everything. And why one must do this treks down south is because to see a different beauty altogether. If you've been seeing all the time the Himalayas or considering north as the priority, then down south you have lush green and variety of colors.
So, if a trekker wants to start his journey, would you recommend them starting their career from south?
Let's say if you are wanting to lead treks up in north, this is kind of a base platform wherein you can start getting fit over these treks by doing repeatedly or do new trails as much as possible. So Western Ghats, trekking in Western Ghats is an opportunity for trek leading in the Himalayas as well.
That is a great point for every listener out there, that you can start your career while starting in Western Ghats. So what is the most popular trek out there?
We have Kudremukha as the most popular trek. In terms of fun trek, we have even the beaches are not far by. So we have Gokana Beach Trek. And by beach trek, we don't really mean that walking on the sand. You do have hills to climb over, get onto a different beach. So Kudremukha is a very beautiful, also known as trekker's paradise. And then we have other lesser known trails like Netravati, Bandaje Falls. All these are prominent treks. Any fun experience that you would want to share? As you said, Gokarna, I would like to know more about that place. That sounds very interesting. Trekking around the beach, I mean, that is something very new for me. Gokarna is personally, or rather Plan the Plan's most favored trek. The sort of crowd that comes here is very different. Most of them are first timers. Certain them come up with an expectation that beach trek is just going to be just about walking on the beach. But then there comes the reality that it is totally different. We also have a saying on Plan the Unplanned's team that all the tragedies and the best and the worst experiences happen on trek to Gokana. Yeah. So Gokana is our go-to place. Gokana is one such trek that you can complete the itinerary at any given point of time, even if you reach delayed. So as you said, tragedies do happen when you're on trek. So what safety precautions do you carry with yourself while your team is out there on treks? Most of our trails are well guided by a local guide. We also make sure that there is always a local person who is aware of the place particularly well. And then if you ask us as regards the trek leaders, we always make sure that the trek leaders carry a basic first aid kit so that in case of the smallest injuries, we can do an immediate care. And then if it is something really serious, we will obviously rush to the nearest hospitals. We have stronger concerns as regards females who are wanting to travel solo. All of our treks have good male is to female ratio so that females are comfortable. And just in case, even when we are falling short of the numbers, we always make sure that one female trek leader is always there so that the rest of the women feel comfortable. Yeah, that's a beautiful idea to make other female solo travelers feel comfortable while trekking with you. That's really nice. Okay, so because New Year's and Christmas is on the go and it's there. So any 5 places that you would like to recommend people to travel during these highly Christmas and festive season? You can travel to Murdeshwar, wherein you'll try out a different activity called scuba diving. Okay. Scuba diving at Netrani Islands is one of the best adventures in Karnataka. Close to Karnataka, we also have this Wayanad, a small hill station back in Kerala, where we have night treks, beautiful sunrise. If I have to pick another 3 more, I would go ahead with Dandeli for different kind of river rafting adventures. Yeah, the popular treks, Kumara Parvata and Kudremukha for that matter. Kumara Parvata, the best part is that since the festivals are coming over the weekends, which is Saturday and Sunday, and New Year's being on Sunday, it would be great to see the first sunrise of the year from Kumara Parvata. with clouds all over in the right in front of you. So Kumar Parvata is one kind of adventure.
So before we end this podcast, I would really like to know from you, being an owner of a trekking company. So all the listeners who are enthusiasts into traveling and want to be a trek leader and make a career into it, how can they reach out to a company like you and how can they start a trekking career?
I basically believe in two ways of reaching out to us. One is attend a trek with us, get to know us, get to know how the other trek leaders are doing the roll up, understand their role very well, or just to get a adrenaline push to your interests, and then just drop us a mail or talk to the trek leaders out there and get in touch with me. But then we wouldn't accept any kind of resumes for this role. We rather like people to share out why they really love trekking and how much they are connected to the trekking, and their experiences matter as well. That's about it. And the other is usually by any company would hire is via calls or mails. That's about it.
When you plan your itineraries, what do you prefer more, hotels or hostels or homestays?
We usually prefer homestays because they have all kinds of facilities provided to us, including the stays, the food, and all. For more of a local experience, we rather compromise a little on comforts, but at the same time make sure that everything is well organized. So homestays are our most comfort.
Would you prefer staying in a hostel with all the people that you're...
Hostels, yes, we do like at a few places where we know that staying at this place, in terms of costs, it reduces a lot for us. And overall, it gives another experience apart from costs is that there is a lot of connectivity because there are so many people that join at hostels. It's a total social outing altogether.
Thank you so much for having a conversation with us. We really love knowing a lot about South India and trekking in general. I hope you liked having a conversation with us too. If you want us to talk about any interesting subject, we would love to hear from you. So DM us on our social media channels. And that's it. Thank you guys for listening to us. Love, Ghost Stops.